Hello, this is Gaijin Games Recommends, my series where I recommend games which I have really enjoyed personally and I believe are worth checking out. In this video, we will be looking at BIT.TRIP Presents Runner2 Future Legend of Rhythm Alien, a rhythm platformer by the developer Gaijin Games, now known as Choice Provisions, which was released on Steam in 2013. This is the sequel to BIT.TRIP Runner, the original game which I also recommend checking out for yourself. The most obvious difference in BIT.TRIP Runner 2 is the visual change in art style. While the original had a more 8-bit voxely look to it, BIT.TRIP Runner 2 has gorgeous art which is really pretty to look at. As with the first game, the music in this game is fantastic as the game gives you the appropriate audio feedback whenever you perform an action correctly. The main gameplay elements have been kept largely the same, in which your character has to jump, slide and kick his or her way to the finish line. After a series of regular levels, there is a boss fight which incorporates the various elements that you have encountered throughout the world, which makes the experience much more satisfying as the player feels like they have learned and mastered an aspect of the game. In addition to the basics, the developers have also added new elements such as keys, chests, and branching paths in the levels. There are also a total of 5 distinct worlds to explore, each having their own unique visual design, which is an increased number up from the 3 worlds in the first game. In terms of difficulty, there are 3 difficulty settings in Runner 2, which allows you to adjust the difficulty accordingly. However, even on the hardest setting, this game is actually much more forgiving than BIT.TRIP Runner 1. This is mostly achieved by the inclusion of optional checkpoints in each level, which prevent having to replay levels from the start every time you fail at an obstacle. However, the completionist in me has one gripe with this difficulty system relative to Steam achievements. I played through the game the first time on the hardest difficulty, but there is an achievement for something called a triple perfect, which requires you to play through the levels on each difficulty for each and every stage. Going down in difficulty after having completed a level on a higher one is not a fun experience, as the levels do feel dumbed down and less challenging. Another major change is that you now have the option to select different characters which unlock as the game progresses. This is a significant change from the original game, in which you could only play as Commander Video. Now, there is a whole host of characters to choose from, and on top of that, there are unlockable skins to collect as well. While these are only cosmetic changes, having the option to select different characters is always welcomed. Finally, the story elements have been beefed up a little, with stylized cutscenes and a narrator in Charles Martinet, also known as the voice of Mario. This definitely adds to the package of Runner 2 as a whole, fleshing out the game. That's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment if you like. Thank you and I will see you in the next video.